Have you ever wondered how crude oil makes its way from deep beneath the Earth's surface to fuel our cars and power our industries? It's a complex and fascinating journey. Our journey begins with the wellhead, the point where crude oil emerges from the depths of the Earth. Imagine a vast network of interconnected pipelines stretching across continents, transporting millions of barrels of oil every day. Engineers employ cutting-edge technology and rigorous safety protocols to overcome challenges, safeguarding both the environment and the workforce, and mitigate risks. Our journey begins at the wellhead, the gateway through which crude oil makes its first appearance above ground. The wellhead serves as the primary control point for the flow of oil and gas from the well. Perched atop the wellhead is a remarkable piece of engineering known as the Christmas tree. This intricate system serves as the primary control panel for the well, allowing operators to regulate the flow of oil and gas with precision. As crude oil is drawn from the depths of the Earth, it's often accompanied by natural gas and water. Wellhead separators act as the first stage in the separation process, ensuring the oil, gas, and water are directed to their respective processing streams. Manifolds act as gathering hubs for the crude oil flowing from individual wells. They consolidate production from several wells before sending it further down the line. Gathering lines act as the veins of the oil field, carrying the precious fluid from the manifolds to its next destination. These pipelines are carefully designed and constructed to withstand the pressure and corrosive nature of crude oil. Managing the flow of oil through a network of manifolds and gathering lines is a complex task, requiring careful monitoring and control. Operators must ensure that the oil flows at the optimal rate, avoiding pressure buildups that could damage equipment or create safety hazards. A crucial role in preparing the oil for its onward journey. Removing impurities is a critical step in the field processing stage. Dehydration units and desalters ensure that the oil meets the stringent quality standards required for transportation and refining. Oil stabilization is essential for making crude oil safe and manageable for its journey to refineries and beyond. This process reduces the risk of explosions and fires during storage and transportation. Flash tanks are a primary tool used in oil stabilization, designed to gently release the vapor pressure from crude oil. The vapor released is collected and processed separately, ensuring safety and efficiency. Oil stabilizers offer a higher degree of control over the stabilization process. This precise control ensures that the stabilized crude oil meets the exact specifications required for storage, transportation, or refining. Storage tanks are crucial checkpoints, providing temporary respite for crude oil. These tanks ensure a continuous flow of oil despite variations in the production and transportation chain. Section 2 surge tanks handling the ebb and flow. Imagine a sudden surge in oil production, like a tidal wave rushing through the pipelines. Without surge tanks, the system could be overwhelmed, leading to pressure buildups and equipment failures. Surge tanks act as shock absorbers, smoothing out production flow peaks and troughs. Strategically positioned, they handle sudden changes in flow rate. Acting as temporary storage, they absorb excess oil and release it gradually. Think of them as expansion chambers, maintaining a steady flow. Their size and capacity vary based on production needs. Section 3. Crude storage tanks, guardians of the black gold. Once stabilized and separated from impurities, crude oil is stored awaiting transportation to refineries or export terminals. Crude storage tanks act as guardians, protecting the oil from elements and ensuring its quality. These massive structures hold thousands or millions of barrels designed for long-term storage. They provide a safe environment, safeguarding against theft, contamination, and environmental hazards. Section 1. Pipeline transportation, the arteries of the oil industry. Imagine a vast network of underground arteries silently transporting millions of barrels of crude oil. This is pipeline transportation, a critical link in the oil and gas industry. Pipelines act as the lifeblood of the industry, ensuring a steady flow of oil. They offer several advantages over trucks, trains, or ships. Pipelines are efficient, transporting vast quantities with minimal energy. Think of it as a conveyor belt, continuously moving oil with minimal effort. Pipelines are remarkably safe, with a lower risk of accidents or spills. Buried underground, they are protected and constantly monitored for issues. Section 2. Pump stations, the beating heart of the pipeline. Pump stations act as the beating heart of the pipeline, providing pressure to keep oil flowing smoothly over long distances. Strategically located, they act as booster pumps, overcoming friction losses and maintaining flow. Imagine relay runners passing a baton, keeping momentum. Pump stations receive oil and propel it forward, ensuring continuous flow. Inside, pumps, motors, valves, and control systems work in unison, typically unmanned, controlled remotely from a central operations center. Section 3. Maintaining the flow heaters and metering stations. Crude oil can thicken at lower temperatures, increasing friction and making it difficult to pump. Heating stations warm the oil to maintain viscosity and ensure smooth flow. Metering stations measure flow rate and oil quality, providing essential data. Section 1. Central processing facilities, the refining hub. After traveling through a network of pipelines, often spanning hundreds of miles, the crude oil arrives at a central processing facility, or CPF. Picture a bustling industrial complex, a hive of activity, where engineers and technicians work around the clock to refine and prepare the crude oil for its final destination. These CPFs are strategically located, often near major pipeline junctions or export terminals, serving as central hubs for processing and distributing oil from multiple production fields. They play a crucial role in ensuring that the crude oil meets the stringent quality standards required by refineries and export markets. Think of a CPF as a giant sorting and processing center where the crude oil is carefully analyzed, treated, and prepared for its specific end use. It's a critical stage in the journey of oil, ensuring that it meets the demanding specifications of the global energy market. Section 2. Stabilization and separation, a second refinement. While the crude oil may have undergone some initial processing at the field production facilities, it often requires further treatment at the CPF to remove any remaining impurities and ensure its stability for transportation and refining. The stabilization process at a CPF is similar to that at field facilities, but often involves more sophisticated equipment and a higher degree of control. Flash tanks and stabilizers are used to remove volatile hydrocarbons, reducing the vapor pressure of the oil and making it safer to handle and transport. In addition to stabilization, CPFs often have more sophisticated separation units capable of handling larger volumes of oil and removing a wider range of impurities. These units use a combination of gravity settling, heating and chemical treatments to separate the oil, gas and water, ensuring that each component meets the required specifications. Section 3. Storage. Awaiting the final journey. Once the crude oil has been stabilized, separated and treated, it's ready for storage, awaiting its final journey to refineries or export terminals. CPFs typically have a large storage capacity with massive tanks capable of holding millions of barrels of oil. These storage tanks serve several purposes. Firstly, they provide a buffer to accommodate fluctuations in production rates, pipeline availability, and transportation schedules. Just as a reservoir stores water for times of drought, these tanks ensure a continuous supply of oil, even when there are disruptions in the production or transportation chain. Secondly, storage tanks allow for the blending of different crude oil streams to meet specific quality requirements. Just as a chef combines different ingredients to create a flavorful dish, oil blenders adjust the properties of the crude oil by mixing different grades and types, ensuring that it meets the exact specifications required by refineries or export markets. Section 4. Contaminant removal, polishing the black gold. Before the crude oil can be deemed ready for its final destination, it undergoes a crucial purification process at the CPF. This involves the removal of residual contaminants that can hinder refining processes or negatively impact the quality of the final products. One of the primary targets of this purification process is sulfur, a naturally occurring element in crude oil that can contribute to air pollution when combusted. CPFs employ various methods to remove sulfur, such as hydrodesulfurization, which uses a catalyst to convert sulfur compounds into hydrogen sulfide, a gas that can be easily separated and treated. Besides sulfur, CPFs also target other contaminants like carbon dioxide, which can contribute to greenhouse gas emissions, and heavy metals, which can poison catalysts and corrode equipment in refineries. By meticulously removing these impurities, CPFs ensure that the crude oil meets the highest environmental and quality standards. Our journey with crude oil brings us to the bustling heart of international trade, the export terminal. Imagine a vast complex where tankers from all corners of the globe converge. This is the gateway for millions of barrels of crude oil to refineries and markets worldwide. Export terminals transition oil from domestic pipelines to global maritime transportation. They orchestrate the flow of oil from storage tanks to tankers, ensuring seamless transfer. These terminals are engineering marvels, equipped to handle the scale and complexity of oil exports. From storage tanks to loading arms, every component ensures safe and efficient loading. Crude oil is not a one-size-fits-all commodity. Just as a chef carefully selects and combines ingredients to create a perfect dish, oil blenders at export terminals artfully blend different grades of crude oil to meet the specific requirements of refineries and markets around the world. Blending is a crucial step in the oil export process, ensuring that the final product meets the stringent quality standards demanded by refineries. Different grades of crude oil have varying properties, such as density, sulfur content, and viscosity, which influence how they are refined and the types of products they yield. Imagine a master perfumer carefully combining different scents to create a unique fragrance. Oil blenders work in a similar way, using their expertise to create blends that meet the specific needs of their customers. Some refineries require light, sweet crude, while others are equipped to handle heavier, more sour varieties. With the crude oil blended to perfection, it's time for the final stage of its journey, loading onto tankers for transport to refineries and markets around the world. This intricate process, a carefully choreographed dance of pipes, pumps and valves, marks the culmination of the oil's journey from wellhead to the global market. The loading process begins with the arrival of a tanker at the export terminal. These massive vessels, some capable of carrying millions of barrels of oil, dwarf the surrounding infrastructure. Imagine a giant whale gently pulling alongside a bustling port, ready to receive its precious cargo. Once securely moored, the tanker is connected to the terminal's loading arms. These loading arms ensure a controlled and spill-free transfer of oil from the terminal to the tanker's holds. Section 4. Pier or jetty lifeline of the terminal. The pier or jetty, stretching into the sea, is the lifeline of the export terminal, linking shore infrastructure to tankers. Built to withstand waves and corrosion, it showcases engineering ingenuity. Imagine a bridge carrying crude oil, the lifeblood of the global economy. The pier supports loading arms connecting to tankers with precision. Beneath, pipelines carry crude oil from storage tanks to loading arms. Insulated pipelines ensure oil remains optimal for smooth transfer. From well to world, a journey completed. And so, we reach the end of our journey, following the flow of crude oil from the wellhead to the far corners of the globe. We've witnessed the ingenuity, engineering prowess, and sheer scale of operations involved in transforming this raw, subterranean resource into a vital component of our modern world. Our journey began at the wellhead, where the black gold first emerged from the depths of the earth, controlled by the intricate network of valves and pipes of the Christmas tree. From there, we followed the oil as it flowed through gathering lines, converging at manifolds like tributaries merging into a mighty river, carrying the oil towards its next stage of refinement. We delved into the bustling world of field processing facilities, where separators meticulously separated oil, gas and water, and dehydration units and desalters worked tirelessly to remove impurities, ensuring the oil's quality and stability for its onward journey. The vital importance of the flow. Each stage in the flow of crude oil is vital, from separation at the wellhead to blending at export terminals. Pipelines transport oil across continents, connecting production fields to refineries and markets. Pump stations ensure continuous flow, while heaters and metering stations maintain quality. Central processing facilities treat and blend crude oil, preparing it for refineries and consumers. The future of black gold. Crude oil remains vital, fueling transportation, powering industries, and providing raw materials. Innovation and sustainability are key to its future. Enhanced recovery and carbon capture are evolving the industry. A journey of appreciation and responsibility. Our journey through the world of crude oil has been one of discovery, revealing the intricate processes, engineering marvels, and dedicated individuals that underpin this vital industry. It's a journey that has instilled in us a deeper appreciation for the complexity and importance of the energy sector, as well as the responsibility we all share in ensuring its sustainability for generations to come. As we move forward, let us carry with us the knowledge and insights gained from our exploration, using them to make informed decisions as consumers, citizens, and stewards of our planet. The journey of crude oil from well to world is a testament to human ingenuity, but its future depends on our collective commitment to responsible consumption and sustainable practices.